Welcome to Deacon's most recent segment entitled Reading Books to Little Kiddies. Tonight I have one which is just a little book, but it's pretty intense. It's called Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Bees. One day, when he was out walking, Winnie the Pooh came to a large oak tree. From the top of the tree came a loud buzzing noise. Winnie the Pooh sat at the foot of the tree. He put his head between his paws and began to think. First of all, he said to himself, "You don't get buzzing noises like that, just buzzing and buzzing without it meaning something. The only reason for making a buzzing noise that I know of is if you're a bee." Then he thought another long time and said, "And the only reason for being a bee that I know of is making honey. And the only reason for making honey is so that I can eat it." So he began to climb the tree. He climbed and he climbed and he climbed and he climbed and he sang a little song to himself. "Party girls, they feel nothing. When will I learn? I push it down. I push it down. 'Cause I'm the one for a good time called bees freaking out, ringing my doorbell. I feel the love. I feel the love. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throw them back till I lose count." He was nearly there now, and if he just stood on that branch, crack! No, not now, not yet. I was so close. And he floated through the air and landed with a crashing thud into a gorse bush. Bitch! Stupid oak tree. Brushing the prickles from his ass and face, he sat on a little rock and thought to himself, "Well, it seems I have no choice but to visit an old friend and arch nemesis, Christopher Robin." "Good morning, Christopher Robin," he said. "I wonder if you have such a thing as a balloon about you." "Maybe. What do you want a balloon for?" said Christopher Robin, still kind of giggling a little bit because Winnie the Pooh's got the stupidest name in the forest, and it's pretty funny. Winnie the Pooh looked around to see that no one was listening and said in a deep whisper, "Honey." "But you don't get honey from balloons," said Christopher Robin. "I do," said Pooh. Well, it just so happened that Christopher Robin had 2 balloons. He had a blue one, and he also had a green one. "Which one do you want?" he said. Winnie the Pooh put his head between his paws again and thought very carefully. "Well, it's like this, Christopher Robin. When you go after honey with a balloon, you mustn't let the bees know you're coming." "Will they probably notice you under a balloon?" asked Christopher Robin. "Well, you never can tell with bees. Wait, I've got an idea. I will look like a sad little cloud floating in the sky. Yes, we will trick the bees. I choose the blue balloon." So Christopher Robin and Pooh both went out with the blue balloon, and Winnie the Pooh went to a very muddy spot that he knew of, and he rolled around until he was covered in mud. Why the hell would you do that? So the balloon was blown up as big as big. Christopher Robin and Pooh were both holding on to the string. Then, suddenly, Christopher Robin let go of the string, and Winnie the Pooh floated up, into the sky, and stayed there. Hooray! Shouted Christopher Robin. How do I look? Called out Pooh. Well, look like a bear holding on to a balloon, said Christopher Robin. Not like a small black cloud holding onto a blue sky, called Winnie the Pooh. Not very much, said Christopher Robin. Ah, well, perhaps from up here it looks different. And as I say, you never can tell with bees. There was no wind to blow him nearer to the tree, so there he stayed. He could see the honey, he could smell the honey, but he couldn't quite reach the honey. Christopher Robin, he said in a loud whisper. Yes, said Christopher Robin. I think the bees suspect something. Well, perhaps they think you're after their honey. Well, it may be that. You never can tell with bees. Have you got an umbrella in your house? Yeah, I think so. I wish you would go and get it, bring it back, and walk up and down, and look up at the sky every little bit, and say, oh shit, looks like it's going to rain. I think if you do that, it could help the deception that we are practicing on these bees. Christopher Robin laughed to himself. Silly old bear. But didn't say it out loud because he was fond of Pooh. When Christopher Robin returned, Winnie the Pooh said, Now, if you walk up and down with that umbrella, I shall sing a little cloud song, just as a cloud might sing. So, while Christopher Robin walked up and down and wondered if it would rain, Winnie the Pooh sang a little song. I want to rock. 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 So, while Winnie the Pooh singing that, all the bees are still buzzing around quite suspiciously, and one bee sat down on the nose of the cloud for a moment, and then got back up again. And actually, I suspect Winnie the Pooh's having a little bit of a Pooh-shaped panic attack. Christopher, ow! Robin, called out the cloud. I have come to a very important decision. These are the wrong kind of bees. What? Said Christopher Robin. Quite the wrong sort, shouted Pooh. These bees make the wrong kind of honey, declared Winnie the Pooh. I shall calm down now. Well, how you gonna do that? Said Christopher Robin. Winnie the Pooh hadn't thought about that. If he let go of the string, he would fall, bump, and he didn't really like that idea very much. Then, suddenly, from just above his head, Winnie the Pooh heard a hissing sound. He hung there for a little bit and thought to himself, You don't get a hissing sound like that without it meaning something. The only reason that I know of for there to be a hissing sound is that there's lots of snakes everywhere, writhing in my face and then down my pants. But there wasn't. It was actually just one of the bees had probably stung his balloon. Slowly, Winnie the Pooh floated down to the ground. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's where it ends. It's a bit premature. Well, if they was going to have a proper ending like it should, I reckon it'd go a little something like this. Winnie the Pooh floated down to the ground and landed with a little bit of a thud. He turned to Christopher Robin. What the hell is this? kind of sick madman gives his friend a balloon with a hole in it?" shouted Pooh. "Well, you were the one who wanted to fly around in a swarm of bees, dingbat." Christopher Robin grabbed his balloon back and paced off home. Winnie the Pooh sat on a little rock. He thought to himself, "Fuck this. This is bullshit. Jeez." Then he looked at himself. He was covered in mud. What a dingbat. Something like that. Anyways, thanks for listening. Tune in next week when Deacon reads another book for little kiddies.